it be an evening star shines down upon you.
Hello everyone, and let's see, it's Friday evening, so that makes day 7 for me inside here, and day 9 of absolutely no alcohol and detox. So I had some good times today, some bad, but it wasn't a lot of bad. One of the ladies that was in here with myself and the other gentleman was released. I say released, but yeah, her 9 days were up, so she's left, and now there's just the 2 of us boys. You'd think fun times would ensure, but it's not the case, because the other gentleman's fighting some demons that's going to take a lot for him to heal, and here I am coming through what I think is I think I'm the poster boy here for some stupid reason. My Diazepam ran out yesterday, as I told you, and I had an episode where it was sprung, well, I felt like it was sprung on me, and I ended up only having 5 milligrams yesterday, and it was made plainly known to me yesterday that there would be no more. But that's okay, because I can deal with change as long as I know change is happening, and there's a timeline for it, and I can get ready for it. So today I've gone through the entire day without any diazepam, which is, for those that don't know, Valium. But I have started day 2 of Naltrexone, and Naltrexone is basically to stop cravings. And to tell you the truth, I can't see myself having those at the moment, although the nurses can tell me that they can see the signs. So while I feel I'm not craving alcohol, they can definitely see that I have been. It's weird in a way where you look at yourself and you see a drug and you don't think it's doing anything, and you think that everything's cruising along normally for your day, and you've gone for your walk, and you've had your I had my time with the doctor from ADSCA, and also had the time with my doctor from mental health from CATS. So from that, it looks like Sunday's going to be my release date, and they were basically asking me how did I feel about that, because if I wanted to, I could stay a little bit longer. Obviously not an open-ended stay, but you know, the offer's there for another couple of days if I don't feel comfortable. I was really like that, but I think I'm going to make Sunday my day, and it's day 9, and it's meant to be the end of my journey here. And so in doing so, I at the doorway as you come into the facility, there's like a wall of inspiration, and people that have been here before that feel like doing it have written on there what they liked about the place. Some, well, to tell you the truth, from what I read almost all of them, there wasn't a bad word about the place, and I feel the same way. They all praise the staff, and I've got nothing but admiration for the staff here, because there's easy patients and there's some very difficult patients. I would like to think that I've probably been an easy patient, although there's definitely been times where I have not been an easy patient. And the poor old other gentleman that's here today is fighting some very big demons, and he is not an easy patient. And so, as a result, oh Jesus, what do you say? What do you say about someone who you've had some very deep and meaningful talks to, and seriously, he's a good person. He just has a lot of demons nipping at his heels, and I really feel for it. And I feel for the nurses because they're the ones picking up the pieces and trying to help him along. So anyway, back to my story about the wall of inspiration. I felt I really wanted to add to it, and I read all the testimonials that other people had put up, and they were basically just statements of, I thought the staff were great, the facility is well set out, we're well looked after. When it comes to medication, there's a structured regime. However, if you feel that you are falling out of that or need more, you can always go and talk to the clinical nurse on duty, and if they need to, they can phone the hospital at any time. So there's so much support. The food is great, although you also, if you want to, like I did, you can bring food in, and the cooking facilities are top notch, except there's no oven. Do something about that, guys. We need an oven. I could have cooked so much more. And I've sort of gotten the nickname chef. I don't know how, but it's because I cook dumb food, which people seem to enjoy. But I like cooking. Anyway, back to my testimonial. I digress so much. I wanted to add to it, but I wanted to add to it in my own special way. So what I did was I put pen to paper, and I came up with a story. Now, not a story of this is what I think's good, this is what I really enjoyed, this is how things rolled and I really, really liked it. Basically, point form, like most of them are on the wall. Now, I actually write a short story, a novel, but short story. And it tells of my journey from when I entered to when I left. And when this is all over, and I think the final thing I might do will be to either take a picture of it and let you guys read it, or I've got a feeling I might just get Morgan Freeman in to narrate it and read it to you, because he doesn't like Morgan Freeman narrating something. They've also put it to me that apparently I'm the first person vlogging this, so everyone's been encouraged to, or they're handed a book of the journey to recovery, and we're encouraged to write down our thoughts and our journey, and how things have been. I wouldn't say I'm a digital age kid. I'm just a kid that was born into the start of the digital age and never grew up. So when I explained that I came in with a GoPro with the explicit intent of vlogging this, technically it's meant to be a no-no. Kind of had to sign a waiver and assure them that this would only ever be done in my room. I would never mention names. I would never video anybody else by myself. It's discreetness. We had to make sure, or I had to satisfy them that really, how would you put it, confidentiality of patients and staff must be maintained, and I was always going to uphold that, and I've done that. And It's just kind of embarrassing. One of the nurses approached me and said, some of the people hand in their journey to recovery books and journals, and sort of notes out of it can be used at a later date when they're doing one-on-ones with other patients. Well, I get the gist of that was sort of the thing. But they asked me, would they be able to get a copy of my vlog? Of course I can. I have every intention of uploading this to my YouTube channel. And the reason for it is, and as I explained, if someone takes the time to watch this all the way through, maybe even not all the way through, maybe even just the first 2 or 3 days and skip to the last one, I don't know. But if just one person watches this and says, I'm following that same path, this resonates with me, I understand, I feel the journey that this person's been on, and they look at it and say, if he can do it, so can I. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to go and see a doctor. I'm going to go and see my GP. I'm going to go and talk to them. I'll let them refer me to mental health, and I will try and go down the same path, whether it's mental illness and suicide, where I started off at, or whether it's just pure substance abuse, no matter what that substance may be. And for me it was alcohol. And they want to heal. They want to get rid of that and heal themselves and get back to a spot where you really are a functioning member of society, not just a machine that goes to work and then comes home and hides in that pit of despair that becomes of those that are in a dark place, and there doesn't seem to be any hope. There's no way out. There is a way out. I'm finding that out, and it's drawing me closer to the people that I love, my friends, my family. It's giving me a reason to function. All I need to do is follow this through and not take a step back. And if I can not take a step back, then it's only onwards and upwards from here, isn't it? You know, today rehab, tomorrow the world. Who knows? Anyway, I've got myself on the BDR finally. It's done by myself at the moment. Yes, I can rescind it if I want to, but there seems to be a short staffing at the hospital, and the person that processes the hospital's recommended BDR applications doesn't exist because of lack of staff. So my application's just sitting there in limbo, probably in some in-tray, waiting to be processed by someone that doesn't exist because there's no staff. Now, where have I heard that before? That's right, my work. You know, no staff. I swear my work is half the reason why I'm in here in the first place. I'm due back this coming Wednesday, and it's Friday night right now. And to tell you the truth, it scares the living shit out of me that I'm going back there. I just don't want to be there. That job is crushing my soul, and I need to find... At this point, I'm taking my friend in Adelaide's offer, I do think, and that will be to go down there. He's got a room that he's quite happy to let me stay in rent-free until I find a job. I have lots of good things behind me. I've got a nearly 6 months long service leave waiting for me if I leave my job. I've got about 2 weeks annual leave, so you know, if I cashed out all of that and decided that I don't want to work for Post anymore. It's killing me. It's put me in here. It's part of the reason I came in here. It's forced me to be the worst person I could be because of the pressure that I was under. Well, I can cash in my chips and have a lot of money behind me. Make the move down to Adelaide where I've always wanted to be. And make that start. I'll have friends around me. A very, very good friend around me. And if he's watching this, he'll know who he is. And his beautiful wife. I'll have people in my house. Well, I'll be in their house. But there'll be people around me. And they're people that I can hug and cry on their shoulder and tell them whatever I feel. And I don't have that in my house at the moment. I live alone and I am alone. And I got to tell you that for a long time, I thought I was happy in that scenario. I kept telling myself that it's great to be alone. There's no one to fuck with me. I can do whatever I want. But I've got to tell you, it's a lonely, lonely life as well. And that also brought me here. So, I've handed my story of inspiration to the nurses. I hope they like it. I hope they don't think it's too badly written. I did knock it out in an afternoon, and I rewrote it so it was just a little bit neater. I don't have the best handwriting. And I made some more corrections to it, so there's going to have to be a third draft just to make it look even vaguely presentable. My mother might be an English teacher. I might have got an A in Year 12 English, Year 11 English and Year 10 English, but neatness of writing was never my forte. God damn it, I hope they let me type it. Maybe I'll just make a vlog and a book out of it, and who knows. At the end of the day, I've had a good day. I'm feeling very positive about how things are turning out. I've already made bookings ahead with ASCA and mental health for the Monday and the Tuesday when I'm out, just so that I don't walk out onto the street and decide, I don't know what I would decide. Then I'm out and that all of a sudden I'm left to my own devices and I can go and do what I want and regress. I don't want to regress. I want to move forward. So I'm making sure that I'm putting steps in place, concrete steps, so I can't go backwards. The BDR is the start. It means that I can't just fall off the wagon. I've got to face my fears head on, and I've got to defeat them. And these are great things. If I was doing this interstate, I don't know how I would cope because they don't have the BDR. It just removes all temptation. And from there, all I need to do is go and see mental health, find out how much of my depression was purely based on alcohol. If they want, and as they say they may, medicate me with antidepressants, well, so be it. I'll be obviously on Naltrexone for some time. It's a sort of an open-ended ticket up to about 6 months, I'm led to believe from the nurses here, all depending on, my cravings and how I think I can go. But it's one step at a time, and always one step forward, I hope. Not 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but 3 steps forward, and hold your head high. Cheers, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.